Hey Leo, it's Amber here at Persephone's Journey Tarot. Hope that you're very well. This is your love reading for June 2019. It is the How Does He or She Feel About Me spread. Let's bring this candle more into focus. It's quite a lovely little addition to the visuals. But yeah, this is a love reading. It's looking at how your partner feels, how you feel about them, their motivations, your motivations, what their intentions are, what the outcomes look like, and what's led up to this point. I'll also be using some cards from the Mirror Love Oracle deck to look at the more spiritual aspects of the universe connection. And then I'll also be using some cards from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck to look at what Spirit has to say on top of everything else that's already come out. So I'll go ahead and get started. Thank you so much for joining me again. This is for you if you are a Leo moon, sun, rising, Venus, or descendant sign. So if you are an Aquarius rising, this video can be really helpful for you, as Leo rules your partnership sector. So I'll go ahead and get started. I will actually mention, I don't know why, but I'm mentioning this, that the new moon in June is the 3rd and the full moon is the 17th. So I always believe in setting intentions. I would definitely say, I don't know why I'm telling you guys this, but I guess there must be a reason. And yeah, I would just say that just to remember those dates, the 3rd of June and 17th of June, they're quite important times. With the full moon, you'll be having some sort of reveal or hopefully manifestation of any intentions that you set on the 3rd or around that date. So be careful about really what you do around the 3rd of June, because it will manifest itself come June the 17th. Okay, so the end of the month is going to be beginning of June is going to be pretty important, I think, for you guys. All right, so I'll go ahead and get started. We've got the Chariot card being the overall lesson for the month, or the overall energies. The Chariot card talks about there being many different objectives or people involved, or maybe a slightly chaotic environment that you have got to somehow maneuver around and still achieve what it is you want to achieve. So it could be that there's a lot of maybe your partner wants different things from you, but still wants to be with you. Maybe you also have other obligations and responsibilities that you need to stay committed to, whilst also kind of being able to give to this relationship. It could also mean that this month that the relationship could kind of derail a little bit, and you have to try very hard to keep things on track. So a lot of effort will be made this month, and to keep things on track, or will need to be made, and that will also require a vision. The Chariot card can also speak of a calling as well. So you may feel like there's some sort of calling that you have. Maybe it's to do with work, maybe it's to do with this relationship, maybe it's something completely different. But you may feel like this month you have some sort of calling or an inner knowing. It is also the Chariot card, also represented by Cancer, which is all about, intuition and like knowing without maybe explanation. And then we've also got the Moon card, which again it's usually connected to Pisces, but with it being called the Moon card and the Moon ruling Cancer, it very much also resonates with the moon energy, that chaotic underbelly, I guess, it's kind of the underbelly for me of our psyche, in a sense. What's going on underneath. So, the waters may look very still on the surface, but what's going on underneath? And that's what's maybe being stirred this month for you. There's things that are going on underneath the surface to do with your emotions that you're having to maybe keep a lid on with the Chariot card, having to channel that energy, that great emotion that you have maybe for this person, and channel it in such a way that still achieves your goals. They're both major arcanas. It's pretty important, I would say, in terms of your personal development, in achieving the ability to, the Moon card for me also always invites you to try and enjoy the experience, to enjoy the craziness, to enjoy the unexpected, to to not judge yourself, to be gentle with yourself, and to go with the flow, and to be creative around problem solving as well, and to see, to be able to think out of the box as well. So the moon card has no rules, and it's not about judgment. So there's also that to factor in, not to be judgmental or hard with yourself, but to also use this as a kind of cleansing experience. We see her kind of bathing. It looks like she's taking a bottle and she's got her clothes on. But to me, it looks like she's having some sort of spiritual bath. And yeah, there is some sort of cleansing that can happen for you this month as well, in terms of your emotions. So I think you'll be overcoming a lot. The Chariot card also talks about victory. So I feel like you're really close to a victory this month with regards to the relationship, but it's going to require you to pay attention to what's driving you. That's the moon card, like what's going on underneath, what's really the motivation here. What's pushing me to do, why do I react in certain ways to this person when they do that? Why am I triggered? Because that would be the underbelly, the parts of yourself that are hidden to you, that you don't see, that are your blind spots. You're being asked to almost transmute that energy with the Chariot card. You're being asked to kind of channel that chaotic energy into the outcome that you want. So you are victorious. We've got the Strength card as well, which is your card, Leo. I'm so glad this card showed up, because when I was doing the pulling things out, I was thinking, where's Leo? Leo hasn't turned up yet. It's good to see that you were the very last card at the base of the deck. I usually only go 3 cards in. Yeah, so you've shown up here. You are having to be very strong. You do have strong desires, and you're learning how to basically channel them. You're learning how to not let them ride you, but you're riding them. That's what this is about. You riding your emotions, and your emotions not riding you, but you riding them. Okay, so we've got the Queen of Pentacles, which is central to the readings. This is the current position of how you feel about your partner and your relationship. So the Queen of Pentacles is someone who, to me, reminds me a lot of the Empress card in a way. There is a lot of abundance that you seem to have around you, that you are offering. You may be in a very good position financially. You could be thinking more long term as well. We do have the Ten of Pentacles here as well for your intentions. So yeah, you are very focused on a secure situation. Like you want the relationship to become secure, kind of committed, established. You want these things right now for your relationship. You want to feel free. I think when finances are in order and everything's how it should be, it can bring about a lot of freedom. A lot of hard work does bring about freedom. And I think that's kind of what you want. You want to maybe get through this point of maybe challenge with the Chariot card, and with the Moon card, it can be quite challenging mentally and emotionally. And I think you're sticking it out. You're in it for the long haul. With the Chariot card, that does suggest that as well, like you're not giving up. We've got the Nine of Wands here as well as the outcome. So yeah, you're not giving up on this. You're committed, I think, to this person. You may be looking or wanting security. And when I say security, I mean commitment. That's really what I mean. And consistency and predictability. Those things are important for you. So you're not looking for anything that's over emotional. You kind of want to keep your feet on the ground as well with the Queen of Pentacles. You are emotional, but you want to try to see things practically. So you're really trying to keep your feet on the ground, I think, with the Queen of Pentacles, and remain grounded. Okay, so we've got the Queen of Chalices and the Temperance card for how your partner feels about you currently, and how they see you, even more so. Do they see you as someone who actually is quite emotional? Who's very feminine, he's very giving, he's very nurturing, he's very loving, very patient, soft, and warm. you know, with the Queen of Chalices. There may be someone that they need to cherish in a way. I always see the Queen of Chalices as someone who's kind of vulnerable, not in like a vulnerable way, like she's vulnerable, but it's like I think she just invites people to just care for her because she's so soft and gentle and so receptive, I think, to help to others. Just a very receptive energy that I think this person sees you that way, very receptive, and they may want to give to you. They may want to love on you, you know. And if not, they're very much in their feelings about you. With the Temperance card here as well, it's like, and also this rainbow for me signifies like promises. So I don't know if this person's made a promise to you about the future. Maybe this person feels like the only way to manage your emotions, if you are very emotional, is to promise you things, is to say, well, this is going to happen eventually, you know. So that this person, the Temperance card can also be about someone kind of playing with your emotions in a way, but not negatively, like, but more manipulatively, like knowing that, okay, if I tell this person I'm gonna call them tonight, they're not gonna bother me for the whole day, and they're gonna have a nice day, and it's gonna be great, although I don't intend to actually call them, or I don't know if I'll be able to. But I know if I tell them these things, it's gonna calm their mind, they're gonna feel more peaceful, and they'll be happy. So I think this person's kind of playing a bit of a game where they're juggling a little bit, even though there's not juggling here, I know, in this card, but I just get that feeling. I feel like as well, like as you've come into their life, you've opened them up emotionally, and made them feel quite positive, I think, about the future and quite hopeful. With the Temperance card here as well, I feel like they do see you as someone quite significant to them. So you are a main person in their life. Like you're not just maybe someone they're dating, you know, one of many. I feel like they're quite focused on you, and they do see you as quite important to them. But they might find you to be quite emotional, and like it looks like you're trying to keep yourself quite grounded and practical. It looks like you're really kind of tapping into your creativity as well here with the Queen of Pentacles. It could be around dancing, singing, some sort of performance. I know you're a Leo. Leos usually are known to be, the sign of Leo corresponds to like things like entertainment and dance, fun, creativity. So yeah, that's definitely coming through in this card, especially with all this yellow as well. It's quite a Leo color, so you've got a lot of self-love here, and creativity kind of abounds. It's a lovely card, really. But I see her as dancing, like you're dancing in this chaos in a way. You're dancing with it. Sorry, I wish I could be more clear for you guys. If it's a personal reading, hopefully I'm able to get to a bit more for you, but that's what I'm getting from there. So in the past, we had the Hanged Man for how you felt about your partner. So you may have been looking at, or you're kind of dealing with your partner at like arm's length, keeping your distance, or simply creating enough distance, maybe mentally, or maybe literally physically, so you can get a clear perspective on the situation. You wanted to maybe understand this person and see what they're really all about, who they really are. This would also be about you just wanting to seek clarity. So in the past, you may have been quite hands off because you wanted to maybe kind of feel this person out a little bit, and really kind of get to know them. There's another Pisces card here as well, so it could be a Pisces that you're dealing with who's very emotional. This could be about them also finding you to be quite healing, and maybe you yourself, if you're dealing with Pisces, actually bring in a lot of groundedness to this person, where they're able to balance their own emotions through the interactions with you. So this person feels quite emotionally stable, I feel, with you, and they're very much, I think, in love with you as well, with the Queen of Cups. We've got the Ace again, the Ace of Cups here in the past, and the Eight of Wands. Talks about very, basically talks about people being in love here. These are the arrows of love. And then we got the Ace of Cups. I think this person's definitely fallen for you, hook, line, and sinker. This person's quite emotional about you. They are definitely in their feelings. I think that they feel like they found the one, or they found someone who might be the one, or at least they made you one for now. They feel that you're significant, and they're quite excited, or that in the past they were quite excited about what could be. There may have been a lot of communicating. Maybe this was all a bit much for you, and that's why you were like, okay, let me just sit back and see what else this person does. So yeah, I feel like you kind of were really looking at this person to see what exactly. Oh, we've got the Two of Cups into there. All right, so it's like you're in quite a significant relationship with someone. I think you have found a very suitable partner. And when I say suitable, I really mean compatible person for you. However, you're not really trying to get carried away. I think you're trying to keep your feet on the ground and trying to keep a clear perspective on things. So what motivates you is the Emperor. So you may be looking for an alpha male. You could be quite motivated by that. You could also be motivated by security. Again, that pretty much sums up where you're coming from here. I don't know if you can see this here. My camera's not angled very well. But we've got the Emperor card, which talks about security, family. We've got the Queen of Pentacles, which talks about security and family. And then we've got the Ten of Pentacles as well, which talks again about security and family. They all pretty much have the set. That's the one message that they all share. And you want it all, because you want every aspect of that. You want the physical home, house, family, someone that you can rely on. If you're a woman watching, like that kind of male in your life that is a support, is there for you. You may also be looking for the father of your children. You may want a family. You want the father of your children. You could be wanting, and that might be why you're really taking a step back. And the Chariot card as well talks about family. That's why let's bring this into focus. Yeah, I think you're quite focused on family this month. That's really what you want. Underneath it all, that's what you're looking for, is family. You may be looking for this person to take control, or you yourself could be wanting to take control, but I think you're quite immovable. You are a fixed sign anyway, but you're very much immovable. Like, you're not flexible around your desires and what you want from this relationship. You pretty much know, like, you have certain standards, boundaries, and wants and needs, and there's certain lines drawn in the sand as to what you will and won't put up with. You've got a clear idea of what you want, and it's like that's where the Chariot card really speaks. It's like you have a clear idea of what you want. It's just not very easy to get there. There's a lot of flexibility that you might need to show. However, you're not entirely flexible around it. You're not flexible. You want what you want. And not much is going to really get around that. The Emperor card also talks about someone being strategic as well, who has more of a business mind about the situation, who is also able to, do the whole bird's eye view thing, be detached, make a decision, make a plan, and move forward. So you're very much in that space of clarity, I think, within yourself. And yeah, you know what you want, and I think it's security, basically. Security in the relationship, commitment, and you want someone who also has a vision for a family. And these things are important for you, or at least be willing to be man enough if you're looking for a man, someone to be man enough to, you know, do what needs to be done when it's needed to be done, and to be a dad, basically, if you already have kids. Look for someone that's quite mature and quite grown up and is strong and sturdy and reliable. So we've got the Ace of Wands. So I was going to say as well, you could be being quite strategic. So you could have a plan, around all this chaos to get what you want. But I don't think you're compromising. Anyway, we've got the Ace of Wands and the Knight of Chalices. Again, this person you're dealing with is just loved up. Yes, with the Ace of Wands, they do want a new beginning. This person is ready and itching for a new beginning. They're at a time in their life where they're like, yeah, this is the time where I want to move forward. I want to explore love. I want to have some fun. Don't know if you can see that there. This person's riding in with his chalice in hand and on his horse, and it looks like he's already slayed the dragon. Here. Don't know if you can see that. The light is not very good. See if I can move this light a bit closer. But yeah, there's a dragon down here, and it's like he slayed it. Okay, so your partner may feel like they've won you over. And they've overcome certain things, and they're really ready for a brand new start with you. This person could be very romantic. It could be a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio that you're dealing with, but it looks like it's probably going to be a Pisces or Cancer. And they're just really, I think, quite besotted. They want to fight for the relationship. They want to see where it can go. They're very enthusiastic. Like I said, they're at a position in their life where they're ready to try something new. They really want to see what love is. So you could be looking for an Emperor, but at the moment, what you may be getting is a Knight, who's very focused on the sexual aspects of the relationship more than anything. But in all fairness, like, I don't know, like, in my own experiences, I found that no matter how old someone is, they can still be very much the Knight of Chalices. They can still just not get it. So I don't know if that's happening as well with you, where this person may look very much like the Emperor and be very convincing about their love and passion for you, and they even have some sort of mature aspects to them, but still, when it comes to love and relationships, they want to date you. They want to see how they want to get involved in the emotional and romantic aspects of the connection. They want to be with you. They want to date you. They want to go places with you. They want to start the relationship. They don't want to get married like now, but they want to get into it with you and see what happens. But for them, it's very much about this new spark that's exciting them. Whereas you're like, yeah, I feel the spark and I'm ready for something serious. So if you're not on the same page as me, that's just not going to be good enough. So there's a kind of aspect of that going on as well. So as I said before, Ten of Pentacles is your intentions or your expected outcomes. This is how you see things going. This could be what you're very focused on as well, is Ten of Pentacles, grandchildren, shared resources, children, period, with grandchildren. You want longevity, a long-term relationship. So you're looking for something that will last at least 10 years, let's say. You're looking for something long-term, something very meaningful. Again, we've got this alpha male or alpha. We've got the alpha of the pride here. So this is important to you. I think you want someone, and it could be representing you as well, just Leo, lion there, And I think as well for Leos, family is really important to you guys, that happy home situation is very important. So you're just basically you're just being you. But I just think you're at a place in your life now where you don't want any frivolity. You don't want any meaningless relationships. You want something that actually is going to mean something. And you want to meet people who also want those things as well. Or you may, if you're in a relationship, you may want this person to also meet you there, you know, to be on the same page as you in terms of looking at the relationship long term and planning long term. So we've got the Knave of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords for what your partner's intentions are, what they're focused on, and how they see things unfolding. So they think there's going to be a new beginning. They think there's something here that a seed has been planted, that an opportunity is going to be taken, that something new is going to start that actually does have some value and staying power. And I think that they intend to try their best to put in the work. Although with the Knave of Pentacles, it is someone who wants to take baby steps. This is someone who wants to kind of feel it out and see, and then decide if they want to go any further, and then feel it out and see if they want to go any further. It's kind of like that with the Knave of Pentacles. And that is kind of further confirmed by the Knight of Chalices here as well. So it's like this person kind of wants to kind of be, they love the romantic side of it. They love all that. And I think that's where this comes in again. It's like you want to maybe try to control the situation as well with the Emperor card. You may be trying to steer and like I said, channel this person's emotions. That even makes any sense. But trying to kind of get this person on board. You're trying to still make something of this, even though maybe this person is dragging their feet slightly, or just, dragging their feet. I'm getting that maybe they're a bit slow in terms of making a long-term commitment. They talk a good game, you know, they say all the right things. I just get this person's like so like romantic and just says these nice things and quite charismatic and all of that. But when it comes to the actual real thing, which I think you see potential here for it. The cards say that you do see potential. That's why the Chariot card is here. You see victory. But maybe this person's a bit slow, and the reason is because of the Eight of Swords. This person may be quite narrow-minded when it comes to love and relationships because of past hurts. Or maybe it's not even because of past hurts, maybe because of what they've seen other people go through, you know, and they're just like, you know, I'm not going to rush anything because I've got loads of doubts, loads of questions, you know, I really need to, for them, it will be like a leap of faith to actually be serious, to actually commit. That would be a big deal for them. So they would take that step very seriously because it would mean them one, trying something new, you know, venturing into an area that maybe they're not entirely comfortable with, or, you know, this person I think is more used to the sexual side of things and the romance, but when it comes to a long-term relationship, they need time. Which, you know what, like really and truly, like I don't want to say this. I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it. Most of the time, this is how guys are. Younger guys, and like I said, not even just younger guys, just guys just generally tend to be that way. Where they like the fun and all that bit, but when it actually comes to being committed and really standing in their power and really, it's like, oh no, let's just think about this. You know, this could happen and that could happen. It can go wrong here and go wrong there. And I think it's because I think as women we talk to our friends, we watch tarot readings, we do things that help us overcome our emotional stresses. So guys don't have that. They talk to their friends like, oh, just go find another girl or woman or stop being soppy, or they get taken the fun out of, unless they're lucky enough to have really mature friends. So men do kind of need to think about it a bit more. I do kind of see it. For them, it's very hurtful. And I think they actually even said that when men get a heartbreak, and it's like a lot more painful, apparently. Don't know. I saw it on YouTube somewhere. If I find the link, I'll probably put it on the community page. But yeah, that there's a bit of fear here, okay, from your partner, because of doubts they have. I think from other people, could be their friends. I have mentioned their friends, so maybe it's their friends that's like, oh, are you sure? You want to be serious. I'm putting doubts in their heads. So come the end of the month, we got you as the 9 of Wands. So you're still feeling quite optimistic, although you're feeling a bit worn out by the situation. You're still feeling quite positive that things are going to progress, and you're not giving up the fight. You're standing your ground. You feel like you guys have come such a long way now, towards the end of the month, that you're going to stand your ground and I think hope that maybe things get better, or things go your way, but you're not giving up. You're fighting for this still. Even though you've had a lot of disappointments along the way, or you've had a lot, not really disappointments, but it's been hard and been very challenging. And you could have had your ego bruised many times, Leo, by this personal situation. But you believe in it. And I feel as well that you may feel quite responsible, like you're the mature one, you're the one in control, with these 2 cards here. You're the one in control, you're the one steering things, and without you, it will all fall down. So you may feel like you're holding up a house of cards. You could feel that way towards the end of the month, but even though you feel that way, you're not letting go. Not yet, anyway, not in June. But however, you recognize it, it for what it is. I think that it's really you that's putting in a lot of this work. So we've got the 2 of Coins and the 5 of Cups towards the end of the month, to how your partner will likely be feeling towards you, about you, or perceiving you. So 2 of Pentacles could talk about a choice this person needs to make, about a commitment. The 5 of Chalices could talk also about regret, having hurt someone. Yeah. So this person feels like they've got a choice to make, and it's around commitment. They quite like toying with the idea. They love the fact that they have the opportunity to even consider with the 2 of Pentacles. But they now need to think about, okay, so what does an investment mean to me? Am I going to really do this? They're weighing up basically the decision. And they are concerned about hurting you. They are concerned about losing you. They don't want to lose you with the 5 of Coins. 5 of Cups, sorry. I feel like they don't want to lose you, and I feel like they're really worried about hurting you if they make the wrong choice. We did have the 2 of Cups here. 6 of Cups and the King of Pentacles. Okay. So we've got the King and the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so yeah. Alright, so we basically got a very compatible couple here. Okay, you get along very well. We've got the King and the Queen here. And then we've got the 2 and the 6 of Cups. So from what you're seeing, yes, you're right. You have got something special here with this person. It is probably some sort of soulmated connection where, you've kind of had some sort of like it's like a karmic thing. You guys were destined to meet. Yeah, again, this to me talks about like that whole togetherness. You basically maybe even mirror each other. You're very complementary. This person's very emotional. But with the King of Pentacles, it looks as if this person does eventually, become that king. They move out of this whole, emotional Knight of Cups, overly romantic, very flirtatious kind of courting man energy to a more stable energy of the King of Pentacles. And I feel he will definitely be more decided. This person will choose to be with you. They will follow their heart. Ultimately, with this person, they follow their heart anyway. So if you're really in their heart space, they really care about you, they probably would. Even if it's not logical, they probably will still be there for you, be there with you, and show you a lot of care and love, So yeah, it looks like there's a lot of happiness that can come out of this. And they don't want to lose you. They're scared of commitment maybe, but they do not want to lose you because of the emotional connection that you have. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major arcana. So I would say this is quite important. It's quite an important month. Okay, we've got friendship, spirit's advice, work. Past loves. I think this is talking about your partner. I think they've had past loves that have been quite painful for them, and they're probably a bit concerned about, things turn out the same way for them in this relationship. Friendship is important. That's going to build the trust. That's going to lay the foundation for the relationship. Could also be a case of keeping things slightly lighthearted, taking things slightly slower, and working on things step by step. So rather than jumping into the romance and or even commitment as you both want, it may be that friendship understanding is really going to be what helps the relationship, and that's spirit's advice is that you have to gain understanding of each other, and develop that trust and camaraderie maybe even between you. But I think it's that trust that needs to be built between you two as friends. So work is the obstacle. This is relating to the Emperor card for me, and it's relating to the Queen of Pentacles. But maybe there's a little bit of kind of control issues a little bit here, and that could be the obstacles that you're maybe looking at this from like a logical work perspective, and really it requires you to maybe get into your emotions a bit more around it, to allow things to work. Could also be that work's just getting in the way. Maybe someone is overworking. But I feel this is someone just, your person is very emotional. Okay, so if you're like a strict Leo and you're all about the whole fire and excitement and not sitting still enough to like mentally and emotionally to connect with this person emotionally as deeply as they are, they're very deep. They're just living in the deep. Okay. So yeah, I feel that there needs to be some balance. I think that would be a great help to you. I think that could be causing a lot of the friction that this person's so emotional, maybe you're so practical, or you're so certain about what you want. There needs to be some sort of flexibility. Okay, so we've got children as to what brings you together. I think this represents Leo. It's the fun times. It's all the fun that you guys had. It's that carefree nature. It's just the being together and the fun. Maybe it's your children as well. Maybe you have play dates. Maybe you hang out and you bring your kids. And that's what brings you together. That's what keeps you together. But I think this is just about you guys having fun and being silly and not really caring too much about things to the point where it feels like you guys aren't friends and it's all very much logical and practical. It's the fun that brings you together. So you see them as new love and you're learning about new love. So I think you're just newly falling in love with this person and you see it as something to invest in, and you may be hoping for marriage as well. You could see this person, I think you are, with the Emperor and the Queen of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles, you are looking for marriage. Sorry it's taking so long, guys. I should have warned you guys to get a cup of coffee or something before you started. So we've got a long distance, what they're learning about. So this as well talks about emotion, being emotionally distant. They feel like you maybe are emotionally distant. They're also learning themselves how to distance themselves emotionally to an extent. They are learning to balance their own emotions as well, and to kind of create that distance, and just disconnect a little bit in order for them to kind of keep their feet on the ground a little bit. So they're learning how to manage their emotions, yeah. And then we've got courting man, for how you see them. So you see them as a courting man. You see them as this person who is very flirty and very good at doing the whole dating thing and buying flowers, and they can be very seductive and be very convincing and persuasive. Okay, I think you guys could have met at work as well, because you've got two people here in suits. That could be an issue as well. Maybe it's because you're both at work. Maybe it's not allowed where you're at to have relationships at work. But I think you see them as quite seductive and very alluring and tempting. But at the same time, someone who's all about the courting phase, and you now need to know this person is also interested in a long-term relationship. And I think this person, like I said, they're a bit scared of it, but if they really do feel strongly for someone, they will go for it. And I think they do feel so strongly about you. They don't want to lose you. So we've got the Ice King here. For how they see you as cold and businesslike. But they also see you here with your Lion. They see you as very much the Leo. Someone who knows what they want, basically. They see you as someone who knows exactly what they want, but's also got a zest for life and is very passionate about things. So we've got Chop Wood, which talks about patience. So you're being asked to be patient. And I think also to prepare a fertile ground in some way. So this could talk about friendship, and the friendship could be that fertile ground that a lot of things grow from. It also comes to a 6 as well, which talks about soulmates and, love and connection, things like that. So yeah, there is a new opportunity here for you when it comes to love. Then we've got a Yin. Okay, so this is about being receptive and not being too work-like or too controlling, but to be more receptive. You are dealing with someone. Oh, then we've got flexible. Yeah, you're dealing with someone that's very emotional, and you may need to be more flexible with them because of it. The Yin energy has sometimes been described as chaotic. Like the energy in itself is like you don't know. It's not stable. A tree would represent, the earth element, but the sea represents the water element, which is constantly going back and forth and all sorts of things going on underneath. And then there's deeper parts you don't even know. And it's very complex. So there's a lot of aspects to it, and you are asked to be kind of flexible. This person is ever changing or is really in tune with their emotions, and you might need to learn to go with the flow a little bit. But it is about you finding that. That's what this whole month is about. It's about kind of going with the flow, but at the same time, having a clear vision for how you want things to go. And also, Leo is more of a yang energy. So if you're a very strong Leo, you're not really gonna be, probably, unless you've got like a Pisces rising with your sun in the first house, and not, that wouldn't make sense, but if you're like your Pisces rising and you know had some like loads of planets in Pisces, or there was something about your natal makeup that had a lot of kind of watery or feminine aspects to it. If that's not the case, you're very Leo like, then this may be quite tricky for you, because you'll be more about action, more about doing to see results. But this time you're being asked to be receptive to see results. So you may need to give this person a bit of space to maneuver, to start making their moves, see what they do, and then take action around it. And we do have this kind of manipulative energy here. They can see you as, and it's not, when I say manipulative, it's not bad. It's like you are kind of allowing this person to give emotionally with the Queen of Cups, but then responding to that in a measured way. And I think they kind of, I think they appreciate that, and they do see that. That you're always kind of providing a very measured response. Okay, so we've got the tribe here. So again, it could be karmic, soulmate connection here with the tribe. You may have known each other from a past life or had some sort of previous contract with them. However, you are from the same soul group. So yeah, you have been kind of brought together to grow together, I guess, for now. At least for the month of June, I can say safely. And yeah, it looks like there's a lot of peace coming your way, okay? There'll be olive branches extended if there's any issues. Things will work out. You will find peace. And there will be a new beginning here with this egg. So if there are arguments, you are being asked to be reminded that this is part of your journey, that you are to remain, if you, with the chopped wood card here, you've been asked to kind of find things to preoccupy yourself, and that might help you to be patient, because with that, peace will come. Be in a peaceful state as well, rather than an active state. And we've got TikTok. Talks about timing. Yeah, it's about timing. Things will happen at the right time, okay? So just be patient. Hope that you enjoyed the reading. If you did, please do like, share, and subscribe. I apologize for it being so long. But yeah, if you did enjoy it, leave your comments down below. Let me know what's going on. It's always interesting to see how these cards resonate with you guys. If you want your own reading, you can email me at symbolsforliving@gmail.com. It's still my old email address, I know. But you can reach me there. All my details are in the description box below. Otherwise, I'll see you next month. Take good care. Bye-bye.